Greetings, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Septum Sin versus the World. I'm Septum Sin, your host, and this time I'm going to be doing a DVD/movie review. Today's topic is Journey Quest. We're going to talk a little bit about the company. It's made by a company that was once known as Dead Gentlemen. This is a kind of low-budget studio. They put together gamer-related movies. Matter of fact, the movie The Gamers, which, if you haven't seen it and you've done any tabletop role-playing, you really should check this out. Now, Journey Quest is another series that they made. I found out about Journey Quest a few years back. I was moving on their website, now Zombie Orpheus, and I'll leave the link below so you can check that out. And I was trying to buy up stuff. I really like to support these types of people. You'll hear a little bit more about this in some future reviews. And Journey Quest is one of those particular types of series. Zombie Orpheus is that type of studio that I just want to make sure I buy this up. So I bought Journey Quest Season 1 and 2 from them. Then I watched Season 1 and I was kind of left it there for a while. But then the Kickstarter came up for Season 3. I put in some money and then I decided, well, let's try Season 2, see what I can find out there. And that changed my mind on the series entirely. So let's do the review of Journey Quest. So I'm going to bring this up here. This is Season 1. So Journey Quest is actually very much like your standard role-playing tabletop session. It has our group of heroes. They are out to save the world from these evil kings, and they're seeking a magical artifact, which is actually shown here on the cover. So you have your standard dungeon crawling, your party interactions with your stereotypical party characters. You've got the wizard, you've got the valiant warrior, you've got the elf, who's sort of like a ranger-ish type. You've got your priest. So all of these people together are working to get the main hero his weapon. That's where a lot of the actual similarities to the standard end, and you get to know the characters a little bit more. Now, this season was a little bit more comical, very episodic, which is what it's meant to be. It is meant to be a series, and in truth, the acting was meh at best. It was okay. But this season was all about getting the weapon. Now, the second season is more about developing the characters. We've already talked about the quest itself, and now we're trying to get into those people and the aftermath of what happened in Season 1. Now, after Season 2, after you define the characters more, then we move into Season 3, which is the season where we actually start to get more into the quest itself, more of the characters discovering themselves, and more of that Journey Quest flavor that we're hoping for. This portion of the series is more like a movie than it is the episodical, like these earlier two seasons. It is something that you really want to watch straight through. Now, I think this has some excellent things to it. Some extra, excellent pieces to it. The acting improves greatly as you go through. By Season 3, I'm actually looking at this, and it's on par with a lot of professional-grade stuff I see. You get to look at the characters. They have a lot of depth to them, and there's a lot more originality to it. A lot more originality to how the story runs than you would actually expect from this type of series. The special effects are okay when you're looking at the budget, and the campiness of the effects and the feel also improves with the 3, but still has enough of that camp that it actually feels a little bit that there's almost an enjoyability when it looks like when you look into camp. the bad sides. I usually try and in these reviews do a little bit of a summary, how I got it, what's it about, and we talked about the good. I mean, you've got the good acting, the writing is actually pretty darn solid, and it does definitely draw you in. Now the bad sides, of course, this is low budget, and the first season is a very slow starter. It uses a lot of jokes. It relies on that. Some of them do fall flat. The acting is not the best at the time. I don't know whether that's on purpose or whether that's actually something that that they were at that quality at the time. The acting definitely improves throughout, so my guess is that's just, them learning the craft and moving forward. Another disappointment is that really and truly, by the time you reach the end of this, you're looking at it and saying, okay, I need volume 4. Now, that's not necessarily a negative, but it is a negative when you look at the uncertainty of whether this series will continue or not. I mean, all of these people acting in this, they've all got lives. I mean, X Strike Studio, another similar studio, finally fell through. They all wanted to do their own thing. They all wanted to actually live their lives and, go adult. And this could be the case with Journey Quest, with the zombie Orpheus. And that would be a real shame. I'd hate to see this series actually end in this method. But that is a potential downside. I mean, you have to get in with this with the thought process that this may be it. You might be left with this ending, and that's all you get. So that needs to be looked at as you go into this. That being said, this actually, as a whole, is a very good series. I think that if I had actually stuck through and watched Season 2, I would have been really chomping at the bit for Season 3, and in a way I'm kind of glad, because at the time it took to go from Kickstarter to actual finished product, I probably would have been much more miserable if I had realized what it was I was actually missing. So overall, Journey Quest, again, a great fantasy adventure for those of you who actually love RPGs, love those standard, tabletop sessions and the sort of feel that would be like if you transcribed that onto the page and made it into an actual film. So with that being said, I'm going to include the link to their page down below. Please take a look at them. They provide excellent material. I'm hoping to review a couple more of their products eventually in the future. Otherwise, thank you very much, and like, subscribe, share, all the fun things that we all like to do. Bye.